Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Talk. Oh, I'm the worst. I am so fucking not great right now, but hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Talk, the place where it is a therapy for me, honestly, whenever I feel like I am lost in thought and can't really quite find out where I feel on a certain subject or in a certain place. I just make these to kind of just talk a bunch, and then I find myself somewhere along the way. So hi. Hi, by the way. Also, side note, check out this beautiful coffee cup I bought recently. We're still doing it. We're still increasing our collection of random ass mugs, and I feel crazier all the while. But, ladies and gentlemen, today, we're starting off light. I'm gonna be talking about my pain. The pain of thy body today. Just like a stupid story time kind of thing, telling you guys what the fuck I did and mistakes that were made. But also, I want to talk about the state of YouTube videos and just more intense things, I guess. But let's start off with something not too crazy, but something that is so pressing right now. And that is, I just tried to move my hoodie off my chair. So, for those guys who do not know, I talk about it a lot because, you know, it's painful, and I like to echo. It helps to talk about painful things, even when they're soreness and all these things. Oh, my thighs. Not my thighs, my hips. My hips. Okay, so I've been getting into exercise quite a lot lately because, oh man, I'm not sure if I want to get into that. Yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Later, I think it was 2 years back, right around the time that The Division came out, I remember right around that time, I started to exercise because I didn't want to be stereotype, I like video games, I like anime, and I don't do anything kind of thing, or I look like anorexic because I don't move. But also, that was a part of it. That was a part of me, like in the back of my head, I was like, I don't want to look this way, you know? Also, I see myself in some videos where my wrists look like bone thin sometimes, and I didn't want that. I don't really care about like the physique aspect of it, but I just didn't want that. And honestly, as fate had it, things lined up really, really well. Because my brother was training to become a professional trainer. Right around this time, he was getting really into fitness, talking to me about it, and then I was like, okay, well, could you make me one? Could I be like your beta test, kinda? And my older brother already asked me this of him, so I knew he knew how to do it. And luckily, he found it in his heart to take some time out of his day to make me one. Now, holy shit, looking back on it, I don't know. My brother must have been like, oh, you think you're gonna exercise? Okay. And then he wrote me like some pretty fucking intense shit. Like I think Monday has like just a ton of shit on it for exercise wise. Like it takes me 4 hours every day to exercise. Not every day. I do Monday through Friday. I get 2 days of recovery on Sunday and Saturday. That's my kind of regimented schedule. I've been doing it for 2 years now. I haven't missed any more than a week, I think, in terms of those 2 years. Because of sickness and whatnot, or pulled shoulder and whatnot. Oh, also, another reason, the main reason why I wanted to get into exercise and stuff like that is because, honestly, I was starting to listen to like people that kind of just kept saying the same thing, which was exercise creates discipline, creates happiness. And also, you know, exercise helps the chemical weirdness in your head. Like, it is not normal for you to just not move or to not exert yourself in any way. That's not normal, and your brain will tell you that. Your brain will start to deliver, like, I know this, a sadness, more or less, just sadness. And I felt myself very much going down that path, me being like, I just feel not really fulfilled and like kind of depressed all the time, especially 2 years back. I felt like one of my, of course, you know, you have other things playing a part in that, like YouTube videos were kind of doing well and then not doing well, and it's like a roller coaster through YouTube. But yeah, I found myself being like, you know what, I just want to focus on something that I can do, you know, something that was, I think largely, that's probably the biggest thing. Like, if I kind of take myself out of the equation and I look at my situation, because I've held strong for 2 years, non-stop, every day, going as hard as I possibly can to do this. I think a big reason why I took it really serious is because I'm not getting emotional, I'm just getting ill. But anyways, I mean, it's kind of emotional, but that wasn't what it was. You can't control YouTube and things like that, right? You can only create what you think is good, and then hopefully others can maybe find joy in it. But to demand success to me has always been a silly, silly thing. But there are some things that you can you have a chance in. You know what I mean? You have a dog in that fight. And to me, that was exercise. And one of the things when I started, I'm not like, I don't have an Instagram or anything like that, but one of the things I did when I started, or I promised myself that I would do when I started, is a pattern that I knew from seeing people do, you know, fitness, and then they always break the cycle. They always like stop doing it or whatever have it. Exercise should be addictive. You should want to do it. But at the time, all I seen was a bunch of people make New Year's resolutions, try to do them, and then fail 2 weeks in. And I was like, okay, well, why are they doing it then? And every time I hear someone talk about anything, or like fitness-wise, they were like, I want to have a nice body, or I want to look this way or that way, or whatever. And I was like, okay, so that's the fuel that you're using for this. That doesn't seem good. It doesn't seem like it's working for you. It seems like you're trying to use, I don't know, spit as gasoline. You know, it just won't work. So I sat down and I was like, okay, well, why do I really want to do this? I think it can help me be happy. You know, I'm be sad to some people, but at the time I really wasn't happy. So I think it can help in that. But also, I want to have enough energy to accomplish anything I want. And right now, especially then, I was fucking tired. Like, so tired. Like, it was not great. Like, the feeling of having a mask on constantly because your real face is... and then to be like, hey guys, you know what I mean? It's like you can tell you're not there. You're not like, I want to do this, I'm here, I'm fucking going. So yeah, that was another reason why I wanted to do it, was my mantra for exercise was I want to be healthy. That's it. That's the only thing I'm gonna hold. And that's the best. Like, whenever I talk to my friends about exercise or anything like that, that's the number one thing I say. I'm not sure if it holds much ground, because, you know, I know people who've been exercising for like 5 years, they're shredded beyond belief. But that's always been the thing that I've gotten from it. If you set an expectation that is in your control or in the highest realm of possibility, then you're probably going to have more initiative when trying to seek it out, because you know that it's possible that you can attain it, if that makes any sense. I'm all for shooting for the moon, but you should also try, in certain instances that makes sense. In this instance, it's not, because something that you're going to be doing every single day, in one way or another, whether it's recovering or whatever, that's important. And yeah, my first week doing it, it was the worst. It was the worst fucking thing ever. It was awful. My second week, weirdly okay, but still awful. But basically your body gets warmed up. And the third week, the fourth week, I think I got 2 months in, and it was awful. The whole ride through. Don't let other people tell you different. It's a fucking marathon of shit that you gotta push through, and it's fucking bad. But after, I think it was a month and a half in, or close to 3 months, I remember I got up one day and I was like, okay, the soreness isn't really there anymore. Neat. And then I started, and then I went through my day. The soreness didn't come back in any way. And then I went to exercise, and something switched. Like, it was such a cool feeling, because not only did I know I had to do it, I wanted to do it because of, wanting to be healthy and wanting to, be around in this world for a longer time, because I want to stay with my family, I want to stay with you guys, all these things. Motivation you can find if you truly look. Anyways, so yeah, I was like, okay, I started exercising. I was like, I'm actually feeling good. I'm feeling like really happy, and I'm a person that's always like hot. Like my core body temperature is always running really, really warm. And it was a different kind of heat. It's a heat that like envelops the back of your head and like pushes forward. And it's like, and it's like this feeling of like, I don't know, man. It's like it's better than coffee kind of thing. It's like this unrecognizable brain thing. And of course, I hear like professionals talk about it, and they talk about how your body will literally deliver dopamine, boom, as soon as it realizes you're doing that thing that it clearly has determined is good. Now, some people, your body's fast as shit about this. Some people work out like 3 weeks, and they're already feeling that, like, their bodies recognize that this is good, whatever it's doing, it's helping us, it's keeping our blood moving faster, our circulatory system is working great, fuck yeah, boom, 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 dopamine, 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 and you're like, oh yeah, I can't wait to do it again. But I was not that way. I was certainly not that way, and I know people that are like, they get a year in, and they finally start feeling it, or not even then. Some people are fucking madness incarnate. With that being said, that's not it. You haven't won the battle, you know what I mean? I think that's the other aspect of exercise is, yes, that's a high note, that if you keep doing this, eventually your body will recognize this as good, and if you suffer from depression or anything like this can massively help you. Also, if you're a person that has like uncontrollable emotion, rage, sadness, whatever it may be, if you just find yourself being flushed in one direction for an emotion, the chances are you may just have an excess amount of energy, just like stamina and whatnot in your body, and exercising can help deplete that and keep you kind of leveled out, which is nice. I like being neutral. Anyways, but yeah, that's one of the high notes that they sell you on when it comes to fitness. Is yes, you know, if you keep going and you stick with it, you'll actually have this really cool benefit if you do suffer from depression or anything like this, that if you do it, your brain will deliver dopamine and you'll feel a lot better and you'll feel a lot more calm with the world and you'll feel like you can handle things more. And later down the line, much later, for me, you'll feel like you have overwhelming energy and your body kind of doesn't feel like it's holding itself. It feels like it's just there, you know what I mean? And it's a weird feeling and thing to describe. But I remember when I was really skinny, it felt like tiring, you know, just to do things. But now it's like the way that my brother set up the workout, muscle is built evenly throughout my body to where I feel like I'm just holding myself neutrally, and I feel like it's great. So you're not like, you know, some people have a really strong back, but then their stomach gets kind of weak and their chest kind of feels weird. Me, I'm just kind of balanced out, so I feel real good. I feel like I can hold up my body weight without anything being spent. That's a weird feeling. Anyways, point being is that yes, that's the thing that people sell you on, is that after a certain amount you feel good. But the next hurdle I think people should find, you want to make exercise addictive. And in fact, this isn't a This Week in Awesome, but I would love to link you guys to a podcast that I watched and I thought it was brilliant. This person, he trains GSP. He's like a UFC fighter. Yeah, go watch the video. It's fucking fantastic. This trainer breaks down like just a bunch of shit that you probably never even thought about exercise. Even if you know exercise quite a little bit, he breaks a lot of things down that are insane that I'm pretty sure not a lot of people know. But yeah, I would highly recommend the podcast. It's fucking amazing, both halves. Anyways, but one of the things he mentions in that podcast, the trainer, is you should try to find, you want exercise to be challenging, but also you want it to be fun and you want it to be addictive. So you should find some sort of fun in the exercise. So you can get like real hyped about like pushing or whatever. I really enjoy the serenity of like listening to music while you're just kind of doing something, and you're kind of in this weird meditation state because you're doing a bunch of things, but they're not exactly like thought things, so your mind can kind of wander, and then you find your mind jumping to certain things. And for me, I'm a creative kind of person and I have to make videos. That helps a lot. Jumping to this video, jumping to that idea, that kind of thing. But exercise became a whole new thing when I started trying to do some martial arts things. Martial arts is not a very good term for it, because I don't have a black belt or anything like that, but I just really love seeing like the different ways you can move your body, the punches that you can do, the technique and everything. I love it to pieces. And yeah, that was a big thing for me. I got a punching bag is basically what like really made it fun for me. So whenever I was in between my exercises that my brother had me doing, I would just punch the bag. And that helps in so many ways. It helps with like getting frustration on your body. Every time you punch, you can feel that kind of drain away. And you're kind of sating that carnal aspect in your head that's like, gah! It's like that growl. Which is really nice. And then it became so much better when I got a reflex bag. A reflex bag to me is my favorite fucking thing in the world, because you punch, you gotta dodge, you gotta move your entire body to do it. And also you're moving your whole body, so you're lifting your own body weight, so it's not very taxing on your muscles either. So it's just really fun, and it doesn't feel like tiring necessarily. Well, it does. It feels really tiring as a thing. It's like a silent killer kind of thing, where you're like, I just punched the bag for a bit, and then you do a rep, and you're like, fucking, I'm dead. What happened? Anyways, but yeah, those would be the things from a person that has no real idea. I'm only trying to be healthy. That'd be the advice that I'd give people who are thinking about getting into fitness, is do it because you want to get healthy, because that's a reward that you will eventually see. Some people are born with just really shitty genetics, and it takes a long ass time, maybe even never, for you to see a visible difference within your body. It also depends on how hard you're willing to go. And yeah, also what do you call it? The podcast that was linked, or that I'm hopefully gonna link to you guys, remind me if I don't. It kind of articulates everything I think about exercise, where it's like, you should never be sore, you should never try to break your body. I don't believe in fatigue seeking. I'm all about trying to be healthy and trying to create energy, not trying to create fatigue, which is a whole other thing. Now, with that being said, let's talk about how I created fatigue. Wait, before we do that, the whole point of me, well, a point that I want to talk about in this that was a bit more of a downer was, I think maybe I talked about it already. Shit, I don't remember. But one of the big reasons why I started exercising, I believe, is, and again, from like a passive, disconnected view of it, I think I was uploading YouTube videos at the time, and it was like bad, like seriously bad, in terms of like I put a bunch of work into them. I tried my hardest to make them something different and interesting, and then I uploaded it, and nothing. And I was like, oh, there's another one, and then I picked up exercise just because I wanted to get healthy, and then somewhere along the line, I found that I had a dog in the fight, basically. I could do something. This is something that I, through my own action and force of mind, could do. I could affect. And that was something. I think that's also why I haven't broken the whole thing, you know what I mean? I haven't, like, wavered even. Knock on wood. I hope I don't ever. But yeah, to me, when I think about it, I'm like, yeah, it probably had something to do with it. The fact that I could control results, almost. If I push myself hard enough, if I kind of push past the pain and the annoyance and the time management, I could do this. And if I'm feeling sad, that's the one safe haven that I know I have. You know, if I'm feeling real depressed sometime, at least I know I can just make it to the exercise. I can at least, you know, drain my head of blood and it'll be thrown to my body, and also dopamine will be delivered, and I'll be a little bit more happier then. It's more of a darker tone to hit on, but that's a big thing as well. But I think the main reason I think for sure was that it was something I could control. And when for such a long time now with YouTube, it's a weird thing for sure. And yeah, I guess we'll talk about it now. I could always tell my shitty how I broke myself story in a little bit. When it comes to YouTube, especially right now, the whole time management thing, it fluctuates, which is different, but I'm starting to get the hang of it. I'm starting to realize how to manage everything, you know, so I'm happy about that. But in the same sense, I do find myself trying to create a video for a day rather than trying to create something that I think is good and something that people want to see. That's a tough pill to swallow, because it's not something that you want, you know? It's definitely not something that you want. Yeah. And it's funny because, what do you call it? I was watching this video, and it was an interview-ish thing with Ninja, big Fortnite guy, #1 person on Twitch, all that kind of stuff. And he was saying that if there is a person that is making good content, much better than other people, then they will find success. Like, what person do you know that is making stuff that is good or better than other people, and doesn't have success? I bet you can't think of any. And I was like, First of all, I don't think I'm in that group at all. But I started thinking, I mean, It was something kind of, I don't know. It was like a kind of thing where I was like, and not from a place of like, I'm good. No, from the other place. From the place of like, I mean, yeah, like the thing I just talked about where I'm like, I don't feel like I'm creating anything maybe better than what other people are creating, you know? Kind of weird, in this weird loop of like creating for the sake of creating, not creating because I have something that I want to show you or make or do. Yeah, maybe that is the case though. Maybe it is. I'm just like, you know, it's, I don't know. Maybe I'm not that person that creates those crazy things. I may not be making sense, but I want to be. You know, I'm like, I may not be those things. I may not be this weird like super charismatic gem in the world, but I still want to try. You know. I feel myself tensing up. I feel myself getting real, like, locked in, but yeah, that's the only thing I can say to that, you know? Like, I have that question ringing in my head of, like, yeah, but are your videos even, you know, anything special compared to some of the other people out there? And I know you shouldn't compare yourself. Trust me, I know that better than most. To me, it's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, but even if that is the case, if I'm not better than other people, right? You know, I don't have as much production value or anything like that, or sometimes I don't even have the right ideas in my head. I still want to try, you know, I still want to be, if that makes any sense. Like, I may not be, but I will still try and fight to be. I try, but I'm not sure. There's some videos I like when I make them, and other videos where I'm like, that's kind of just subpar. And I think that's what's been annoying me recently, is that's a big thing. Like, where I'm like, again, I feel like I'm making videos just to kind of, okay, I may have to work that day, so I have to make sure I have a video for that day. So I'm going to make 3 videos a day so that I'm safe for those 3 days. But those 3 videos are kind of just me being like, Red Dead, let it die, do this, you know? I don't have any, like, series that I want to try to make, and that was a big thing a couple months back, where I was like, hey, I want to have these new series that I want to start trying to do. This Week in Awesome still kind of going, the other ones not so much, and it's a battle of time, but time is kind of an excuse, because you can find time, you can make time, you can fight for time. I mean, to have like a point, to not just be like this like, boo-hoo me, these things, is, and that'd be something that I would consider doing, is stop doing daily uploads, because that's also a part of it, right? Because I'm fighting for have a video that day, but if sometimes you guys know there may not just be a video, then you know that, but I don't want to do that. And that's the thing that sucks, is I'm not willing to break that. I've been uploading YouTube videos for like 6 or some years, and I haven't missed a daily upload yet. That's been in my control. Sometimes YouTube's forgot to publish it, but it's been up there like the following 4 hours when I've noticed it. But I did publish it that day, so I've done as much as I can do. Sometimes YouTube can hiccup, but anyways, yeah, I don't want to break that. It's not even that I care about the number. The reason why I don't want to break that is because I really enjoy, even if it's silly and childish and stupid, the fact that I'm there for you guys every day. In a weird way, you know, because again, and I talked about this a lot in the other Let's Talks, but for me, when I watched YouTube when I was younger, or even now, again, similar to exercise, there's this weird bastion for serenity and happiness and joy and feeling all these other things that are very, very comforting coming from videos. YouTube videos was mine. I know some people find that solace in music, some people find that solace in TV shows, in movies, whatever it may be. But I know that feeling of like, oh, you know, I just got home from school, it was a bad day, a lot of shit happened that wasn't great, but at least I can come to my room, turn on the internet, go to that YouTube channel that I enjoy, watch the videos and be like, and get lost, and for just a second, just a minute of not feeling like the world's trying to crush you, you know? So yeah, I'm not willing to part with that, even though I know that probably helped. The problem is I gotta find another way. I gotta try to, I don't know, man. Also, I talked about this in the last couple Let's Talks, but I'm in a weird slump. I'm in this weird, like, and theoretically, the notion of making videos should be incredibly easy. And there are times when you're like, how the fuck did that happen back then? How was I in a slump? Because the idea is you're not limited. Create anything you want to create. You have 1,000 million things you could probably think of creating. Just do one of them. And it's like, yeah, but there's other times when you're trying to manage other things and you just can't find that grip. And even though you know that, it's still nothing there. You know what I mean? You're just nothing coming to you. So that's where I'm at. To break it down, I guess, again, the therapy aspect of it, if I'm the therapist listening to my old self just now, there's an issue with YouTube videos and you're not feeling like they are up to snuff / creatively interesting. Also, the whole comment or sentence of if someone is truly different and truly doing something that is far better than other people, then they'll just rise to the top. And then that had me looking introverted into myself, being like, am I really doing that? Not really, honestly. That sucks. But I want to. And maybe when I settle things, I don't even feel comfortable with that. I want to. I will say that. I really want to. I want to create something that's better than the other people, and I don't know. But anyways, that's the other one. And I'm not willing to part with daily uploads, though. I'm also in a slump, I guess. So maybe that's all brought on by the slump. Don't know. Certainly don't know. But that's where we're at. I'm not exactly, like, unhappy, though. Hopefully you guys don't get that from it. I am just kind of lost, you know what I mean? Every now and again you feel like that wave of, like, I don't know, what am I doing? What am I doing? And why can't I do better? You know what I mean? Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's not what other people feel. But the whole reason why we made this video, and it kind of took us down a weird direction, as all Let's Talks tend to go. When I'm just talking about things, I'll be like, oh, let's talk about that, brain. Oh, let's talk about that. Oh, there's an issue that I didn't even realize. Let's talk about that. Oh shit. Oh shit. Why are we here now? This is a dark place. This is a very dark place. Let's deal with the problem. We're here, I guess. And yeah. But the whole reason why I wanted to make this video was to talk about exercise. Kinda. I wanted to talk to you guys about my pain and my physical mess up. So recently, my parents came to me and they were like, hey, I still live with my parents, and we have like a workout room which makes exercise a lot more applicable, so take that into the consideration of me exercising. It's literally right next to my room. But they asked, hey, do you want an exercise machine for your birthday, or for Christmas, sorry. And because it'll be like a family thing that they can also use, we'll buy an exercise machine, because otherwise that's a lot of fucking money for one me. Are you kidding? It's crazy. So I was like, yeah, fuck it, and that'd be their gift to me, as well as a gift to kind of them. And it works out. And yeah, okay, so there's a series of events. So we found one, we decided on it, bang bang. It's a used person, so we had to go and take it apart, take it back, and bring it to our house. And that sounds easy in theory, guys. It sounds super simple, super doable. Holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. Let me just pause on that real quick, that one note. Okay, so this was on, I think, Saturday when we went to get it. Like I said, I exercise Monday through Friday. So on Thursday and Friday, I started doing an exercise for my lower back. You have this machine that like kind of locks your legs in, and you're on like a tilt. And then you take a plate and you put it to your chest, and then you lean back down and you crunch all the way down, and then you lift up, and that works your lower back. And I did, I think, one set of 13, and I was like, my back's numb. My back is numb. Lower back numb. And it sucks, 'cause I do like deadlifts and all these things, so I was thinking hopefully passively it was getting the lower back somehow. And I did it, and I was like, oh my god. So then I did another 2 sets, so I did 3 sets of 13, doing that, picking a 25 up from the ground, going like this. And yeah, bad, because Friday came around and I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. And again, I'm not a believer in fatigue. I think if you work out to the degree in which your body is shot, and you can't really use that muscle practically again, that's bad. You went to a 9, and you should have stayed at like a 7 or 8 in terms of your like power, because you want to create a sustainable strength and an existence, not like bust your ass on Wednesday and then you're dead for like 3 days after. Again, the podcast I link to is very much that. Love the podcast, watch that. Anyways, so I also was like, hey, since we're working our lower back out, let me look up on Friday morning what the heck some stomach exercises, because I do a lot of stomach stuff, but I was like, hey, let's just see if there's any better ones. So I did, and I found a couple, and there was one where you stand on this thing and you hold yourself, and then you lift your knees to your chest. And yeah, holy shit. Holy shit, that killed my stomach, as well as I did my plank sets. Don't ask, it's like a whole regimented bullshit of you doing like 5 poses while you plank for a minute. Anyways, point being, did my stomach stuff. And then my parents were telling me about another kind of thing, which you can work out with your sides. So a similar thing that you can do with the weight, that like the machine that puts you on an angle and you dip down. You can turn your body and dip down this way, and it'll work your like side stomach, whatever it's called, your lower left back side and right side, whichever angle you do. Anyways, regardless, did that, and I was like, ooh, that's burning like fucking hell. Ooh, this is the first time I've done this exercise. And again, me being dumb, I was like, I do a lot of exercise. I do a bunch of like varied things. One of those things has got to hit my lower back, right? Oh my god. Also, the reason why I'm trying to work on my lower back is because I've had back pains. I think I mentioned that somewhere through the video, because this is a mess, but hey, as a therapy, fucking take me as you do. Anyways, so on Friday, I did a bunch of these exercises I found online. There was one where you crunch your knees to your chest. It was a whole thing. There was another one where I did my plank set, which already kills my stomach. And there was another one. It was another one, guys, and I'm failing you. It was another stomach one, but it killed me as well. So I was like, okay, Now let's do those side raises, these ones, where you're sitting on an angle and you're like doing this. So that brings us to this video, and the whole reason why I want to talk to you guys. And it spun into me talking about the reasons for exercising, and then the mental space when it comes to YouTube, and feeling like the content is kind of being rushed out and not really thought of and good, and I want to make content better, and I'm really not mentally there, and yada yada yada. But the whole spark that kindled this forest fire, sorry California, was I am in so much pain, is what that was. Yeah, so there is no bastion for me in this hell that I've made for myself. So if I lean forward, if I lean back, it puts pressure on my back and stomach. And if I'm like, okay, well then maybe there's bastion in the left. Basically, I've created a hell to where if I lean forward, my stomach and back hurt. If I lean back, my stomach and my back hurt, mainly my back. I lean to the left, my left side hurts. I lean to the right, my right side hurts. Also because I've been exercising for like 2 years now, my brain is broken. I think it's more than 2 years, but anyways, my brain is broken. So to whenever there's this broken part in my head, whenever I feel like sore muscles, the part of me is like, hey, it's like this kind of feeling. Anyways, also, I think I talked about this in the past, but when I experience pain, a trigger for me for whatever reason is laughter. So it's screwed me up many times in life, where like a person's putting me in an arm bar and like raising my hand all the way at my back, and I'm laughing, but it's actually extraordinarily painful. It's a problem. It's a bad thing. But now I'm stuck in a loop where if I lean to my sides, I experience that kind of like pain, and then I laugh at the pain, that engages my stomach, and then my stomach starts hurting, and we're in a loop. We're in a loop of like, I laugh, the pain starts, I start laughing at the pain continues because I'm laughing. My tummy hurts so much. Anyways, so the reason why I'm extra fucked up, because I was not that messed up on Saturday, was because Saturday day, when I'm spent, by the way, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all doing a lot of exercise stuff. Again, Saturday and Sunday are my days where I'm like, okay, just I'm in a coma, and I'm like, please recover, please recover. Monday's coming around, and we gotta recover fast. So finally, Saturday is when we went to go get this machine. It's my Christmas present, family kind of present as well. And oh my god, dude, not only was it fucking heavy as balls, but again, Saturday and Sunday, I'm spent. Like, these are the days where my body's supposed to be like, oh, we repairing shit, you better not get off that chair, motherfucker. We're repairing shit, you edit your ass off. Okay, there we go, repairing shit. But this day was spent, not only am I depleted, just to be clear, because again, Friday is the day when I just finished, so I'm depleted and I'm focusing on repair. And then we did like basically a whole exercise of like lugging this machine down a fucking corridor, which is bullshit, and it's like a stairway that's curled, and it's like, what the fuck is your problem? Why the fuck did you do this? But we did get a pretty dope machine from it, which is cool. Can't wait to try it. One thing I really wanted, and this was why we chose that machine, is it has a lot of chest stuff. My back is pretty okay. I can do 3 sets. Should I tell you guys my exercise thing? You guys will be like, that's some pussy shit, Grin. You gotta get on my level, and then you throw down like just some crazy exercises, and I'm like, god fucking damn it. You're not sure, why not? This video is already just a mess. Why not throw that into the pool? Oh, my tummy hurts so much. Yes, it's on my iPad, because when I'm exercising, I'm listening to music, and I'm watching a YouTube video or a podcast on my iPad, because we efficient here, guys. We efficient. What am I doing? We're going to photos. Where's the goddamn app for photos? Do you want to throw an update? No. Leave me alone. Okay, so on Monday, this is Monday's exercise. We do 3 sets of 13 pull-ups. So chin-ups. We do 3 sets of 13 chin-ups in a row. So 13 chin-ups. Bop, 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 bop. Give it a minute. Another 13 chin-ups. Bop, bop, bop. Give it a minute. Another 13 chin-ups. Bop, bop, bop. In the middle, I punch the bag and the boxing and the reflex bag and kicks and all this shit. And my brother, the sadist, because there's not even enough room in the goddamn space. Can you guys even see that shit? You guys can't even see that shit. You see the words? You can't even see the words. But in that same box, it says 3 sets of however much you can do, which for me is 16, with a green band, which, or not a green band, for me it's a purple band. It's a real thin kind of like band that can help you. It's the best thing you should use when you're trying to do chin-ups and trying to learn. Anyways, 3 sets of 16 of that. So 16, blah, 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 with a band. It's helping you kind of guide your way through, so you're not having to like force your muscles to fire in this really awkward way. Kind of just guides you a little bit. Depending on the bag, or the band can be like really helping you up if you're really new to chin-ups and all these kinds of things. Anyways, 3 sets of 16 of that. To do all that, the second exercise is dumbbell row, 5 sets of 8, which for me is 5 sets of 9, because at this point I've increased it. And yeah, you take the dumbbell row and you just bring it to your chest. Like, it's a weird thing where you grab it, you pull it to your chest. Don't ask. We're going through fast. Then pull down, narrow grip, 3 sets of 15. I do 17 at this point, right? Because, oh no, this is something else. I do 16 of this. Yeah, so that's this machine where you grab it and you pull down here. That's what it is. Yeah, got it. Did it. All right. Yeah, I do 3 sets of 16 with that. You know, probably far too much weight because it hurts me. Purple band, row. Oh, this is where you grab the band, you pull it like this. I do 4 sets of 17 for me right now. Yeah, because it says 15, but I just increased it because I wanted to keep advancing instead of increasing the weight. Because bands you can't really do it because don't ask. Hammer curls, 3 sets of, yeah, Monday is the worst day for me by far. My brother's a sadist and added a bunch of shit. 1 exercise in 1 box, you know what I mean? It says exercise 1 with 2 exercises in it. You're fucking cheating. Hammer curls, 3. So we gotta do 3 sets of 8 hammer curls, with the weight that I deem is my max. And then this is the one that kills me. 3 sets of a bicep hammer curl drop set. That's the problem. So if you guys don't know what a drop set is, and I could be wrong on this, but my brother showed me what to do. But yeah. Anyways, okay, so you know you go to the gym, you see a rack full of weights, and it's like 2 35s, 2 30s, 2 25s, 2 20s, that kind of thing that goes down. Well, a drop set is you do a rep of that, and then you drop the weight, you move on to the next weight, and then you do that and you work your way down. So like you hold 2 30s, boom, do however much you need, put it down, move on to the next. So the whole theory here is you're not trying to do like as much as you can. You're trying to do what's reasonable for you to spread out your way. And you're trying to like deplete your muscle basically. And oh my god, oh my god. We have, I think 35 is the max. Not the max, but it's like what goes down in order. There's like, we have like a 45 or something like that, but there's no 40 in the middle. Anyways, yeah, I have that, and by golly, it kills me because you move down the whole thing. I do 7, so I do 7 reps for every single thing. So I do 7 reps of 35, 7 reps of 30, 7 reps of 25, 7 reps of 20, 7 reps of 15. Wait, yeah, 15, yeah, and then 7 reps of 10. And then we're done. But when you get down to those little baby dumbbells, and you're sitting there and you're like, just little tiny dumbbells, you feel like an idiot. But my god, you have a shot, like thoroughly spent at the end of it. It's a whole time. I don't want to show you guys my whole thing, but that's more or less most of the workouts, as well as I do planks, which is a whole thing. I'm sure you guys know it. It's like this weird plank 5-set thing, where like you plank like this for a minute, then you plank like this for a minute, then you plank with your leg out like this, and then you plank with your other leg out, and then you plank with, you have your arm on the ground, then you have your head on the side, and then you're planking, holding your side, and then vice versa, and then you do a fucking magic trick with your hands, then you hold your goddamn hands out again like this, on a plank like that, and do a plank like this, and then you hold that one for 2 minutes. That's what I do, but each one of them is a minute. I think originally it's supposed to be 30 seconds for each side, but I just changed it to a minute because it's easier to remember, and it was starting to get a bit easy. But and then I do crunches, and then I depending on the day, which I think I'm gonna start doing back raises, because that's a workout that doesn't fit anywhere here, so I think I just have to add it on there and hope for the best. Hope for the best. But yes, and that's Monday. Monday is the worst. Monday is the one that's like, again, my brother has like in one box that says exercise 1. There's 2 exercises that are both too much, like probably like fatigue seeking a little bit. But the body can adapt and it can overcome. So yeah, I don't know what this video was. It was the definition of a therapy session for me, at least. I started the video wanting to talk about my sore tummy. We entered into talking about reasons for exercising, getting a new exercise machine, and that being a pain. We also talked about the logistics of YouTube and how I feel like the videos are kind of getting in a weird place where I don't exactly feel creatively empowered in this current situation, where I'm not really making things that I think are entirely creative and interesting and different and fun. But hopefully, you know, we'll find that again. If there's anything that I truly believe in, it's dedication. I think that's a huge thing in it, and I feel like people who are like, something's just not working, well, I'm gonna give up. That's the worst, because you have good days, you have bad days, you have good times, you have bad times. To not acknowledge the good times and the potential for them to come back is to I don't know, just to live in a hell, to live in a negative hell. And always throughout YouTube there's been moments like this, but not always have I had Let's Talk, which can help me kind of move through them faster, I find. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to me ramble and the inside of my brain, and Darksiders is coming out soon, so hopefully that will like kindle my want to make things that are interesting and different and new. Who knows? Thank you so much for watching. As always, subscribe button above me, 2 videos to my right. I am imperfect, but thank you for having me anyway, and goodbye.